this. Hey, Dale. Let's see. Hey, Digi and AMD. Highlights. It is not online. Okay, so you guys can't hear right now, but there's a very annoying sound in my ears right now. And there we go. Now it's not in my ears anymore because I moved the keyboard. Good 5K? Well, day off. Yeah, day off was yesterday, I suppose. I guess today's like a half day off almost. Yeah, it was good 5K. We stopped and saw some sights. And yeah, I can play piano. So today is going to be... I've got this tune that I already had here. This... So I had this tune. I wanted to try to make it sound more fitting for the game. So that's one of the things I want to work on. And to be honest, that involves a lot of just messing around in Fruity Loops, and I haven't really done a lot of this before. So we're going to see what it sounds like. Maybe add in some percussion. So in general, I think that's kind of what I want to write down here. Today's goals. Try to make the music more fitting. And maybe work on polish a bit more. Better harmonies, percussion, etc. So that's about it. I want to try to focus on that stuff. So we're going to see if that works. Let's see what we've got so far here. Yeah, so one of the things that I did on the other track is I made this. Where is it? Oh, whoops, I just opened the same thing a second time. Yeah, this. So all I did was I pitched a drum down, I believe. Yeah, this is just D sharp 2. And that makes it sound a little bit more mechanical to me, I think. And I wanted to see what would happen if I made this one sound sort of like that as well. So let's put... Darn it, I hate it when I do that. All right, let's just close this whole thing. I'm just going to open it again. No, there, okay. That way I don't screw up. Yeah, so I wanted to add a test drums. Let's try that same sort of thing out here. So I'm going to open this on the piano roll, and we're going to do D sharp 2. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So, and I had some drums here that this didn't sound great. It was just something I put in. So, I like that beat. I think the drums sound too realistic given the melody that I have. And actually, I think focusing on this at first is probably a bad idea. I should probably just focus on the instrument used. Yeah, also, I think I should probably mute the microphone while I'm messing around with this, because otherwise you'll hear me tapping on the piano. I watched the VOD from last time. Did I just start? Yeah, I just started. I mean, I also expect people probably won't be as interested in this. But hey, Walter. Hey, Batman. So there are a couple ways to approach this. I had gotten some advice last time. One of the things we can do is just mess around with sort of all of these different knobs and try to find something that sounds good. I think I kind of need a sound in mind for this. Hey, EJ. Yeah, so let's bring that back up here. Because I tried all these presets. 5K was good. Well, anyway. as it hammering on that. Like I said, I really should mute the microphone. This is actually really interesting as far as harmony goes. All I did was change a wave here. I wonder if we just hit the down and the up button if this changes back to what it was. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Can we sync the keyboards with the lights? I mean, you could try to do that. I have a couple of these lights turned off. I really like this sound. And I don't know what this right button does. We're going to try to figure this out. Let's mess with an instrument we don't care about actually. Let's pick this. Actually, we might like that. Yeah, that's terrible. So let's try this. Let's change something. And then let's hit right and see what happens. New name. Yeah. Oh boy. No clue what I'm doing here. So there are a bunch of sound banks. I know that those correspond to these, but do these actually have something in them? Initial sound? Is this something? Hey, Rickhazen. This actually is the beginning of a Kirby tune that was on OC Remix. Those notes. But anyway, it looks like none of these are used. So what we can do is we can go back to this thing, change this, and then we can write it to here. Sound bank 1. Let me just test this out. Color. Beethoven. So there, it's just there now? Yeah, hey, there it is. Testeroni. Oh, neat. Okay. Excuse me, they are triangles. So let's go take the sound we had, because I liked that. It was 66, and just change this wave. I like that. I don't know what to save this as, so let's just write it as something over here. Save this as triangles. Triangle harmony. How about some vocals? How about you provide the vocals, Mike? I'll use them. Okay, so let's hear the whole thing now. So let's get rid of that note. Where's that note? Right there. It's still audible. What, does velocity not have anything to do with this? Oh, that works. I don't understand right now. I changed the velocity of this note and I can still hear it. No, that went away. Oh, I did not know that happened. There we go. This is Fruity Loops Studio. This is interesting. Very interesting. I think I changed both of these at once, and I don't think I intended to do that. But this isn't used anywhere in the entire piece, I think. Hey, Fox Butter. Why does that keep changing in the background every time I mute my microphone? There's probably some shortcut that makes it do. Yeah, alright. So I'm going to turn this up for me. We need to move the harmony over to this, and even then we've got to be a little bit careful about that. Let's just mess around with this. Okay, so I'm going to copy paste all of these things to this one, and then change this one to what we used to have. No, that's a bad idea. It should be the other way around. This one should go in the harmony, and this one should go in the melody. And there. Let's try that. What happened? God. Hey, Tassacan. And hey, Beach Road Games. Let's move that over there. Yeah, that doesn't work. I think this needs... Oh, man. This is going to be a little bit tough. See, this is where I have no experience. Like, I can come up with some notes, but I can't come up with the instrumentation, apparently. And that's what we're working on today. So let's put this back to what it was. And let's keep messing around, I guess, with this. That's different. Is that different because they're on two different channels now? Because this is definitely different. If I copy paste this over to the first one. Yeah, it's definitely different. How much time does it take for a complete beginner to make something cool with Fruity Loops? I think it all depends on your music experience. With that said, if you were to just mess around with basic, like, I don't know. Yeah, I think if you were to just mess around with some basics, it probably wouldn't take you too long. I don't think it's a very difficult program to learn. I think it takes a couple of days to kind of get started with this stuff. Hey, Tyrant does. Yeah, so I don't know why this is different. I think it could be based on which of these... No, it looks like everything's going to the same spot. Also, hang on one second. Let me turn off this for a second. I just want to make sure that I don't have any private information showing. I don't even have any information showing. What is going on with this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so something sounds different when we move these, even though they're the same instrument, and I don't know what's doing that. 9 months, and Perry. Thanks for the resub. And hey, I did Jacko. I'm not making everything myself. I'm making the music myself, probably, because it costs a lot of money to do that otherwise. Actually, I do like this. I think this adds another layer to it. So what we could try to do is add another harmony layer to this. We could try to just say testing stuff and put this here and open this up and add a new channel for synth this. How do we add this? There we go. And then we can put in that new instrument that I just messed with here. And we could just kind of improvise here and see what it sounds like. Feel about this. You were testing them in Perry. At 18 months is a welcome baby. Again, if we make it 18 months, we could decide it then. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this instrument. I think we could make it louder, but actually, how do we even do that? Probably with this. Yeah. Let me just mess around with something. A drug sandwich. Is there a way to make opera music with software? If yes, which software? Um, I don't have experience with opera, to be honest, and it's really I'm not an expert in making music, as will be evidenced by this entire stream. We'll see how this goes, but I've used a couple of programs. So I've used Fruity Loop Studio, Reason, Sibelius, Finale, and I think a little bit of Logic. And so Sibelius and Finale are more for making sheet music. If you were writing opera, I imagine you would probably want to write it as sheet music. This is the kind of thing where you plunk down notes like this, and you could hear this note if I put it on the right spot. And why is this not working? Put it here, right? Yeah. That's strange. Why is this not playing? Yeah. Oh, the velocity's at nothing. Oh. Yeah. Did she see the resentment at maximum? No, she didn't. Oh, no, I know about Jean Sibelius. Actually, I really like some of Sibelius's work. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's good software for that. But I imagine it's better than Fruity Loop Studio. Yeah, so there are a bunch of little things we can do in Fruity Loop Studio that's kind of interesting. So something like this, you can take a note and you can choose... Oh, I forgot how to do this. Tools, chop, I think. Yeah, so check this out. You can take a note and cut it into a bunch of little notes. So if you wanted some obnoxious effect... Actually, there's a way to arpeggiate this too, I think. But I don't know how to do that. Oh, pattern. Here it goes. Yeah, so you could have this be chords. If we just pick... They have just simple... What's main? Yeah, they have minor. So I could do this. So you can basically just put down a note. And then I can chop this using that tool. That was quick chop. I want regular chop. I want slap chop. Where's that? Alt U, yeah. So do this, and then this time we want major. Yeah, so I can make this super obnoxious. But sometimes it's nice to have these sorts of effects. I don't think this is particularly good. Yeah, but there's some cool stuff we can do that can kind of just mess around with something you can only do digitally. Anyway, I want to mess around with something here. Let's do this. I gotta zoom in more for this. There we go. How'd you get into writing video game music? So, because I'm streaming something, I think people imagine that I'm more of an expert than I am in things. I would not say I've ever really written video game music. So I just got this program and I am streaming it. And that's it. That's how I got into it. What kind of program is this? A drug sandwich. I think as you watch, you'll have that question get answered. But if you want to, you could just Google that. It's a digital audio workstation, but it's not something I would probably use for opera music. So if we made this a lot quieter than what it is right now, I'm really just messing around right now. I wanted to see what would sound good here, and I have no clue. Hey 12. And hey Altamir. Do you have previous experience in music? Yeah, I have experience playing piano. I took a composition class for a year. No, not a year. A summer, I think. Maybe a year. I don't remember. At a music school. I took music theory for a couple of semesters at college, and I've been making like silly amateur compositions. So I wouldn't say I have a lot of experience. And yeah, that's about it. So what I want to try is just arpeggiating this. I think this is a more accepted video game harmony that we could have here. And then here we'll move this to this. I'll delete. Whoops. I didn't realize that would happen. Oh, control right click just zooms on everything. Nice. Whoa. Ultimate, thanks for subbing. I appreciate it. You are now the newest viewbot. Yeah, by the way, I haven't seen your name here before as far as I know. Just so that you know, this is typically a programming stream. Hey, Gothic. Sort of brings back memories of making chiptunes on Scream Tracker. Oh, yeah, I've used tracking programs before. That's where I made the subscriber sound that you just heard. The... Someone from the Let's Robot Discord linked this stream. That's interesting. I haven't heard of that. Altamir, do you have a link to that? Yeah, I think if we were to do something over here, what we do is something like this. Oh, really? Huh, interesting. I do not know about this Let's Robot Discord. So we'll do this. Whoops. Okay. That keeps... It's hard to use a keyboard when it's your arm's length away from you. Run my robot. Oh, interesting. Is this because of controlling my lights? Oh, I'm hosted on that channel. Okay, neat. Yeah, interesting. Well, welcome. Like I said, this is normally a programming stream. I kind of have... Let me show you guys this. I'm making this music for a game that I've been working on for the last couple of years. So for anyone new to the stream, if you were to pay attention at all, it would be now, I guess. Let's also get this. MCS Adam. Yeah, so I'm making a game called Botland. And let me switch back to this view here. So this would be music. The music you were just hearing is something that would play on the title screen. But then something would need to also play in the game. We might end up working on that too. So we'll get there. Those new explosions look amazing. But yeah, back to FL Studio. Wait. Oh yeah, that should be F minor 7. Where is that? Darn it, I lost it. Okay, here. Yeah, this. Also, were there duplicated notes? Yeah, this would go here. I don't know. I think this is okay. I'm just messing around with this. I don't think this necessarily fits better though. I still think I need to work on. We could try it. I should write this down too. Try some of the post-processing effects. Yeah, 3'9". Yeah, gotta work on this. 24 according to your license. Shouldn't it be according to just everything? So this is all we changed. This to this gave it a much smoother sound, but there's a bunch of other stuff we can change here too, and I'm not sure exactly how we'd achieve the effect I want. Hey, Digital Playground. Okay, let's just click some buttons and find out what happens. I don't know what these things do. Whoa! Okay, that's loud. Okay, that's super cool. We can't link this to a controller though. What? How are we supposed to do this? Bunch of different settings here. This is too distorted. That's a very interesting sound. Yeah, anti-matter tape. Okay, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on with this. Hey, Chris. No, this is part of the progress I'm trying to make, Wouter. I'm trying to find instruments that fit for this theme of... Oh, it doesn't even sound like music at this point. Hang on a second. Okay, let's... Hey, Puka, no friends. Still like that name. Shoe shop is open. It hasn't been open in forever. Oh, we just transported back 20 years in time. Okay. Hey, Paul Boston. Okay, so I don't know. So if we were to carry on this testing stuff too, let's make that and then paste that here. I guess it could go in this track as well. Why is this not snapping? Hey, snap. There. I don't know what's going on. I want to put this here. Somehow I turned off. Where did that go? There should be snap. Here it is. Yeah, it's set to main. That's weird. It's not snapping at all though. Hey, Verenz. Yeah, I am definitely new to this stuff. Let's put this here and then just hold Alt. There we go. That worked. Yeah, great. Then we take this and so this is where exactly in the piece? Apparently can't do that. Okay, yeah. And all of the snapping went away. It's like it thinks a key is held or something. I don't know what's going on exactly. Snap to grid, main. Isn't snapping anywhere. Right, I'm able to drag this pretty much anywhere. Hey, Koki. Hey, Duru. I suppose I am. Except for I'm struggling to figure out something really basic about this program. Oh, I turned this off somehow? Nice. Hey, Expo. Okay, so now that we have that, let's see. Yeah, okay, so this is a little bit derivative. I'm still just messing around with stuff. Yeah, well, hopefully it won't sound like Zelda when I've actually changed the instruments. I don't think this works. Yeah, I think we gotta change this. Yeah, musical training. I'll write this down because there have been a couple people to ask. So let me just write this here. So Adam's musical experience. Many years of piano lessons. About a year of composition lessons at a music school. A couple of semesters of music theory. About 3 months of improv lessons. That was about it. Well, Duskington, I went for a run earlier today, and I don't feel like doing normal programming work. So I feel bad because you guys are stuck inside on a nice day. I mean, I am too, but I'm at least doing music. Yeah, sure. And Perry, let's start it up. And hey, Saizu. So let's see. I don't know how annoying this would be. The rest of this can all go away. Let's control. Nah, that would be annoying. Blimey, EJ. Alright, good bop on the face. I don't know what I'm doing. Then all these go up. Whoops. Amazing. My dexterity. It's incredible. Yeah, why did I do that? I don't like that. I don't like any of this. Still trying to figure out a decent harmony. Also, it's gonna be super dark in here unless you guys actually type bylights. Oh. Someone type bylights. Trust me on this one. You won't regret it. Buy lots. I hit the stop button. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I realized I had points. How do I see them accrue? So it's 1 point every 10 minutes. You can type points, and you'll see what your points are at. There are only two things you can spend them on. They're both relatively bland. Hey, Dron. So yeah, we have a couple options here. I guess there could just be some more melodic interest instead of doing what I had done over here. Hey, nice. Hey, how about? Thanks for the bits. Music experience piano on a shirt. Okay, let's try a filter on something. I don't remember how to do this. I wrote notes, so let's just read the notes. Linking channels to a mixer. Easiest way. See a picker to the left of the channel name, just choose a mixer. Okay, let's try that. So we do this, and we change this, and we press this button, and then we can mess around with this, but I don't know what we should pick. There's a whole bunch of this. Whoa! What realm did we just enter? Okay. See, this is the stuff that I love about this. Although I'm not totally sure how to use it. My ears exploded? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know how loud this stuff is for you guys. So I think it's nice to have some amount of reverb, definitely. I think that is obviously too much. And I wonder what happens if we added this just to this one. So let's do that as 2. We can actually mute individual effects here, I think. Yeah, it's off screen. But we can tap this. And then over here we could do that same thing and see what that sounds like on just that harmony piece that I'd added, and crank this one up. Interesting. What if we turned this down a bit? Okay, cool, whatever. Let's go to something else now. Just mess around with these. Some of these are going to sound terrible, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't like that. Hey, Fallen. Do you have time for track feedback? Not on stream, I don't, but if you want to send it to me, I can try to take a look at it afterward. I am not an expert at this stuff, though, so I don't know how useful my feedback is going to be. I do like the effect on that harmony in the background. Whoa. Okay, we should probably test this out. Let's get rid of this thing. How do we even delete this? Replace with none. Great. Okay, tons of presets. Let's try them out. Let's just look at these. Are any of these inside a computer? Because that'd be great. Chambers, corridors, exteriors, FX, metal contact. I have no idea what this is doing. What else do we have? Reverb devices, underground bunker. Okay, this is a little bit distracting. We gotta turn this down. Yeah, there we go. So back to this. I don't know if reverb is even necessary on this. Oh, it's not on. That's why. it just sounds too muddy. Yeah, I can't do this. Let's try something else here. Filter. Oh. That actually sounds pretty good. So what do we even have here as presets? Insert one. What am I looking at? See, I don't know what these buttons are changing between. Usually it's presets over here, but I only see these. Browse presets. Yeah. Hey, Sick. Sounds kind of muddy in the bass notes. I think this sounds good. Maybe I should just take a picture of this. That way I don't lose it, because I do like how this sounds. Sorry, that was probably super loud. Yeah, because I don't know what these buttons are doing over here exactly. What was that? No, that didn't help me. Yeah. It's actually really, really good for seeing how EQ works. It's just basically saying cut off all of the things in this frequency above this volume. So if we want to cut out all the low notes, we do this, and then we could set the high ones to here. And yeah, you can hear it gets more like treble. And I think a lot of these effects, these filters, high pass and low pass filters, make it sound sort of like old time radio. Hey, Uranium. But yeah, as far as these presets go, first of all, let's figure out how many of these there are. So flat line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so there's 6. So then it has to be these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what was it that I found that I liked? It's whatever I took a picture of. Uh-oh. I don't know where it went anymore. MS Paint to the rescue. Here it was. So which one looks like that? This. What is this one? Can't even tell. I think if I say browse presets, it'll show what's selected. I can just click these. This does not do anything. Can I drag this over to here? Whoa. So it was Vocals Enhancer that I used. But we can see what effect it's having. It's hardly anything. So what if I just turn this off altogether? Oh, no, I see. It can actually... Oh, I think it's multiplicative. So it can raise the sound of other things. Okay, great. Well, let's keep that in our back pocket. Let's take a look what else we've got here. No, that's bad. At least I don't like that. What other things are there? I don't know what this is doing. Oh, it's off again. That's why. Yeah, I don't like this. Effector. I think this is just for controlling something else. There's lots of ways to link things to other things in Fruity Loops. Hey Drew. Didn't know any other game dev streamers also did their own legit music? Yeah, I don't know if this fits exactly, but thank you. I am trying to make this for the title screen. Yeah, maybe we just stick with this, and I'll just delete this one. Wait, something sounds bad now. Yeah, something sounds bad. This is not what I had set up. There we go. Alright, so this would be here in the game. Just on the title screen. Should be more robotic sounding. Yeah, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to achieve this. So there were a bunch of things I had written down here of today's goals. Try to make the music more fitting. Try some of the post-processing effects. Work on polish a bit more. I think to get it to sound more robotic, there are definitely some things I can do. Adding in... Where was it? This. Yeah, just louder fake drum sounds, basically. Let me show you this. So what if we crank this up? Something like this. My first monster-filled field. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying it's very adventure-y. No, this is something I made myself, Uranium. Well, less musical. I don't know if it has to be that. I think you can get some sort of tech effect. I don't know how to do that, though. And yeah, you only will hear this on the title screen, which we might eventually just completely get rid of because you might auto-log in. And then once you get here, there'll be something else. So first let me save this. The only other thing I have planned right now is this. This would be when in the game you're editing a blueprint. So basically you're like, oh, let's go modify this bot. And then that's when this would play. I think this is pretty fitting. It sounds industrial to me because of the percussion. And I think this fits. And there'd be the sounds here of snapping hardware on. Sounds water caverns. Too much bass. I think this is... I don't know, I like this. I like where this is going. I have to work on this, of course, a little bit more. But in general, I think this is much more solid than the other one. The other one as a title screen music is... I just need to work on it, and I don't know exactly how to achieve that effect, but yeah, we're going to keep messing around with it. And I think some drums would help. That beat isn't correct, and the one that I had before that I was just messing around with some of the stock drums is too much bass. That was just to see what it would sound like with percussion. So that's obviously too much. And we could turn that down, of course. We could just try to make this... Oh, the kick was turned up. Hey, Big Eye Digi. Really a lot of bass. Bit in my ears. Yeah, I'll write that down. So builder has too much bass apparently. I typed that drum beat. This one though that you're talking about, right? This like I don't think that makes it sound better for a title screen though. Hey Zach. Uh, and I think with the right drums, like if we took that exact same beat, so this kick 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, let's try this out. Kick on 1, 2, and 3. And then what was the other one? Let's see, hat on. Yeah, so there we go. Wait a second. This is wrong. Oh, nice, Water. Oh, I did miss them, Drew. Let me see. Wait. Can you let it run for a good 30 seconds? I don't have the drums kind of pasted everywhere, but yeah, I can. Big crushing might help. Oh, screw that. I don't like this. I'm sorry. I don't want to let it play. I don't think I'm going to use that. And it sounds... I don't know. Alright, so let's turn this off and try the original track that I had, but we're going to try to make the drum sound a little bit more fitting. So snare on 2, clap on 4. Be nice if I could, yeah, snare on 2, clap on 4. Well, type 10, it's not... I think there are lots of ways you can take the same melody and make it still sound good. But that's not the only goal here. The goal is to make it sound good and then also to have it sound fitting for the game. So if it doesn't suit Botland, I'm not just going to produce this as a standalone track. The whole point is work on music for the game. Yeah, so what I wonder here, first of all, what is bit crushing? I don't even know. Bit crushing. Because someone else had told me about this last time I was streaming music. How does this work, though? Were you in that hot air balloon? Freeware for Visual Studio. Yeah, I'm using Fruity Loop Studio. Best free Bit Crusher VST. Wow. Okay, well, we could try this out. Try Fruity Squeeze. Is it something that's there by default? Because I don't really have any plugins. Fruity Squeeze. No, I don't have it. Hey, Magician's done. Yeah, I could try downloading this. Wait, why did this not? Freeware Studio. I not already on this? Okay, never mind. Ableton includes a bit crusher, maybe for field loops needs added. Try a simple delay effect. A delay though would produce the same note repeatedly, right? Like, oh, I have it on something that's not melodic. Because I don't think that's the effect I want exactly. I mean, we could try that, definitely. So I could take this and add a delay. I don't think I can use that. Crank the rate super high. Then if you have it available, increase the feedback. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying like very heavily modify this. Okay. So this super high. Increase feedback. Oh, wrong way. Whoa. Applied only to select instruments. Yeah, it's right now only being applied to the melody. Yeah, I'm gonna try downloading one of these plugins that just does this. So I need to find something that's actually free to use though. Something with Crusher in the name would be nice. Try it. This is free. Ah, this includes Crusher. They're no longer in development and are completely unsupported. So I'm guessing this person provides them legitimately. What is this? Buy now for $60. Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, True Bandcamp. Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm not gonna pay $60 or something. Let's try to find a different free one. Well, you just download this. Does it have a license in it? I'm trying to figure out where this just opened. No, it's just a DLL. No, I don't want this. Geektronic. Page missing. So this is the one I downloaded, but I don't trust that it's totally free to use just based on this site. Well, there is another distortion effect that we have here. I guess we could look at that. Distortion. Oh wait, I do have Fruity Squeeze. Why did this not? Oh, because it's not. Oh. Alright, never mind. I thought it would be in this set of plugins, but it's not. It's a mixer effect. Hey Mitch. Okay, so let's try this then. Let's also turn off the rest of this. And where are those drums coming from? Okay, so. Keep screwing this up. Okay, none of that was actually doing anything. Let's try this again. So something like this, but without sounding so crazy. Do you expect the atmosphere just rolled over the... Oh. Perfect. Yeah, no, I know. Just click randomize. No, click randomize to see what this can do. Then, yeah, start tweaking it till it sounds good. Even the effect I want. I think what would be tough is this is a combination of this effect and also the underlying instrument, so I could change this to practically anything. Get rid of that. Wait a second. This is going to affect 1. Okay, you want to see something cool about Fruit Loop Studio? For those who haven't seen me do this last time, if I click link to controller, I have a bunch of faders on my keyboard. So I can have this one over here. So I can control this. And this one over here. And we'll control all of these that same way. What is this one? Just goes from... Oh, I see. It's a stepper. Oh, nice, Magician's Done. Yeah, I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I composed this. Nothing you do is parallel processing, so you don't lose the original. How do I set that up? What, allow threaded processing? Because that should be it. What happened to the effect? Yeah, I left off there. So let's do these two. And then we'll just kind of mess around with these. Frequency and res. Cool. So now let's mess around with that. Yep, no clue what I'm doing. Okay, let's try this again. You know what's weird is this is not a proper combo box, so I don't even know what all the options are unless I scroll through them, apparently. We have peak, notch, band pass, high pass, and low pass. But this is only selected if this is selected. That's not bad. Find some funky delay techniques because you can do a loud basic effect from stereo widening. Okay. Yeah, I can try that out. I do kind of want to mess around with this for a little bit at least. Just see what we can do. Oh man. Yeah, Ultimo Bowl Cut. This is Fruity Loop Studio. That filter might be getting in the way of the basic effect, so you might want to apply that later. The basic effect? What do you mean by that? If you're talking about this, then yeah, that could be the case. Because I don't know. But right now, the only thing making this sound is this synthesizer combined with this equalizer, which I have turned off right now, and then Fruity Squeeze. So it's basically just this plus Fruity Squeeze. It shouldn't be anything else in there. Bit crushing isn't a pass filter, but Fruity Squeeze has a filter as part of it, so you maybe set it to none. Set this to none. This is gonna do nothing, right? Yeah. Alright. What did I even get myself to right now? Nothing's even audible anymore. Huh. Well, I'll probably have to play around with this a little bit longer. We'll turn this to none for right now. And set this back to what it used to be, which is this one. And so one of the things I want to mess around with was this. If I just have regular... there are a couple ways I could try to do this. Also, this is set to use different effects. I was thinking if I just lowered the sound of all of these things, these do show up around C5. So if I lower all of this down to the same spot I had here, this is going to sound very weird. Yeah, it does sound bad. And we can find other ways to do this. It sounds like I just took a high pass filter, I guess, over the drums. Yeah, because I don't think this will sound good repeated. We could try it. I could try raising all these things too. I'll probably mess around with this later. Actually, did I really make any progress? I've been spending an hour on just this track, and I've done basically nothing. I think I've at least got some leads to go on. Alright, Mitch. Take care. Have a good weekend. Well, better harmonies. I guess we kind of worked on that until we got to here. Then I just... Does sound weird when the rest of this cuts out, so I'll need to come up with something for that. So what's Botland? Botland is an automation game. You make bots, so I could put things on this bot like lasers and missiles. And then you can customize it if you want to. So I could say something like, I want you to fire lasers first and then fire missiles next. And then move around. And yeah, that'll be that. So I can create this bot and put it down. So they'll only pursue enemies if they can see them, but they can't fire anything at them. And then when I play, I'm not actually directly controlling it. Alright, let me turn off the sound effects. Yeah. So anyway, you make a defense, you attack other people's defenses. That's the overview of the game. Demo some of the weird... Alright, yeah, sure, we'll do, Drew. Yeah, this is stuff that I just do not have a lot of experience in. I'll definitely need to look into this more. Alright, so let's work on the second track. Unless I can get some extra harmony stuff done on this. Let's see. Not that. What is it even playing? Oh, I'm on the wrong. Are you heading out, Drew? If so, thanks for stopping by. I will try to drop by your stream at some point. And yeah, trying to release this beta in like a month and a half. And I think having the tracks kind of good enough at first. Be fine. Alright, yeah, take care. Like I said, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the tips. What's this button do? Oh. I'm not sure if there's something here that's going to be... let's get rid of this altogether. Place this with one of these. Oh no, that would be. How do I not see this lighting up? Oh, there it is. See ya. Huh. Val Blanco. Fire Blanco? So let's see. Oh, I see. Control Alt Numpad minus. What does this Numpad minus do on here? Aha! Did not realize that's what did that. I should probably write that down. Is that just minus and plus as well? No, it's just numpad minus and plus. Numpad minus and plus will shift between what? What are these? Patterns? Patterns it is. Just sounds bad. It'll especially sound bad leading into this, I think. Yeah, I don't like that. It's worth a shot. I think in a different instrument it might sound okay. So if we copy pasted all of this out of here and put it onto something like this. Well, it's good. Yeah, it's not as bad, but I don't think it fits there either. So let's export this somewhere else entirely. We'll just say this, just an idea. Put this here, open this up, paste that. Yeah, and then we'll just mute it completely, so it's not even there. Great. So we can't do that. Hmm. Okay. Let's go to the other one for now. So people said too much bass on this. I don't know if they meant drums or if they meant the instrument. So let me test something out. Okay, just making sure. Back in the old days of streaming, chat used to just break, and then there was no way of knowing whether people were there or not, or talking or quiet. Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, I think this part sounds a little lazy, and unfortunately, that's like 25 seconds of music, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. I think it's possible to create legitimate game music on a piano only. I think you'd have to be going for a very particular aesthetic in the game. So, yeah, I think it'd be possible. I think actually Breath of the Wild did a lot of that, right? Breath of the Wild had a lot of just piano music, and it worked very well for Breath of the Wild, but I don't think something like Botland could have that, nor would something like, I don't know, actually a lot of games. So ambient piano music, yeah, I could see that, but I could see it for some games. I think it's more adventure kinds of games, and I think horror games can use piano a lot too, but it's used sparingly there. Hey, sorry. Okay, so these are drums. I don't want drums right now. I want this. So I definitely like this. I like this a lot. I think this is very fitting for where it would go in the game, which is when you're constructing blueprints. And what do I need to actually do with this? I guess clean up this lazy part at the end. Let's see what we do rhythmically in the melody. Actually, it's pretty static throughout all of this, and yet I don't think it sounds bad. It's not until I get to here that I think it sounds bad, and I wonder if it's because. Let me see. No, Botland's not online right now. Sorry. It'll probably be online next on Monday, and even then, this is assuming I get some work done either today or on Saturday. One of the things I was working on Wednesday was getting the explosion graphics into the game. So the new artillery explosion graphic is in, and you can see sort of the old explosions for missiles when they show up. And That is a little bit hacky right now, so I gotta fix that up. Also, what is going on there? Looks like that missile is hitting the wrong part of the bot. I think there are a couple problems. I also think that first frame should be changed. Because while these generally look good, well, it looks good at full speed, but I'll write this down. The first frame of the artillery explosion should probably last for a frame shorter than it does. Yeah, so let's see here. Okay, I think I know what the problem is. I think it's in the harmony, actually. But let me see. So this is the intro. That doesn't count. This. Yeah, I think this generally works. Where's the second part of this? There's no second part? Okay, I understand what's happening here, but I think there is enough change for this to work fine. This is all the E flat intro that we have here. Then we switch to B flat. Then this for just a measure. Do, 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 do. It's just that I don't like. I don't know why. How should this sound? Oops. Let's see something. So this will be changed to this. might be better. Take it up from there. Oh yeah, hey, that's something I just realized. Pressing backspace changes grid snapping. So if it's ever off, wait, right, it is backspace, I hope. Yeah, so it's ever off. Press backspace again. Yeah, I did that earlier and I didn't realize what I did, but I changed this. Yeah, it says right up there at the upper left, backspace. It shows right here. So you can only see this keyboard shortcut. So we have how's that sound? No, it still sounds bad. What have I done? We could do that. This would be the first time I change the melody of or the harmony, I mean. So somewhere there are here. Should be here. Yeah, like this. And we cut these out. Whoops, except for that one. We could try it. Take that. And then we just paste this over here. Hey Mario, how's it going? That might sound better. It just give more harmonic interest to this, which I think is missing from this part. Something is, and I want to see if this fixes it. is not so bad. More interesting than the regular stream. I think if it's more interesting than the regular stream, then programming is probably not your thing. Granted, I think watching 8 hours of programming day in and day out is probably not many people's thing. Had a day off today. Is that for the background music? This should be for when you're constructing a blueprint. So let's say I can kind of show you how this will work. So on the main screen, you'd have this. You just type in your information. And then you get into the game, and I don't know what it plays. But then you go from here into editing a blueprint, and then this plays. So this was more just supposed to be something happening in the background. And I think this works pretty well. Yeah, I think this is fine. And the only thing I wanted to come up with after that is some sort of battle music if possible. But I guess we'd also need something for in between screens. It could just be that, it could just be this music for all of that stuff. So it's like, it's probably gonna be that. We'll probably have 3 tracks for Botland. Title screen, edit music, and battle music. And the battle music will be more like, what was I trying to come up with the other day? Something like that, where it's not super tense. It's also not so melodic, because there's going to be a lot of explosion sounds. And yeah, it's definitely fair, Varenz. Okay, so how do I like this now? Actually, let's just play the whole thing and see how it sounds. No Diablo stream, you were invaded. How'd it go in the bay? I like all of it so far. I think that's definitely added something. Let's mess around with this for a bit. We could do this in any number of ways. Because it depends on how much longer of this track I want. We are right now at about 1:30. If I were to like wrap up as fast as I could, it's 5 seconds. I probably want this to be somewhere between 2 and 5 minutes. You're probably gonna hear this a lot until you mute the soundtrack of Botland entirely. Hey, King Dan. All right, LeVay. Yeah, I don't know how much longer this stream's gonna be for anyway. That the music's gonna loop while you're on that screen. Yeah, I think so. I think this will play for all of the out of action. So like you're gonna hear this a lot probably, and I'd love to make two different tracks for this. I think that'd be great. I just don't think I have the time for beta. Maybe after beta. And so I'm just trying to figure out where I should go with this now. So I'm just messing around for ideation. Is that a good idea? I'd be changing keys. I could get my way back to. How would I do that? Yeah, that could work. Yeah, okay. Gotta be very careful how I do this. How annoying are the piano keys for anyone who's like actively listening? Because I can mute my microphone for all of this. I'll just mute it. try to write some of these notes down. Three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be something like this. What is this scale? 3 flats makes it A flat. Would it be whatever Aeolian mode? Hey, Superchunk. What are our musical modes? Dorian, Ionian, Locrian. Is that right? It's interesting because I never do this. So, I mean, I like the sound. Wait, that's a mistake. And it's the same thing pretty much, but an octave higher. Neato. Alright, so we have something like this. That's what I wanted to go to. Dude, I asked her, "Are you still reading Discord?" She's like, "I skimmed it. I think she's done. The dream died in like 2 days." Yeah, this would take me to about 2 minutes worth of music that would then loop. I mean, as far as games go, there have definitely been shorter soundtracks that loop, and you just eventually turn off the music and listen to your own thing. I think Botland is one of those games, at least during beta, that's probably going to be like that. What is this VST? This is called Synth 1. Where is it? I don't even know how to show you this. There we go. Yeah, so it's this. And I picked one of the presets for right now. We could eventually put it through some effects, but in general, it's got kind of the sound I wanted for this. So it's not too bad. Well, we go back to here, and we do something in G, so... What does VST mean? I don't remember. Virtual synthesize something. Virtual studio technology. I am wrong. So we just copy paste this up to here. This isn't too bad actually. We can hear what that sounds like. Okay, that'll kind of drive that home. Hey, Fozzie. That makes you think of death? This music? I've gotten some great feedback. Oh, man. What are those lines at the bottom of the screen? Between the cameras. Oh, these are velocity lines. You can't really see unless I move something over there, and I don't know how to do that. But yeah, these control the velocity of an individual note. So listen to this. And now listen to me raise the volume of this. This one's much louder now. Maybe up the tempo. I don't think this needs to have increased tempo. And hey, noob. Okay. Remember, this is all supposed to be for this. When you're customizing blueprints. And I don't think you'll be paying too much attention to the music. You'll hear it definitely, but you'll be thinking about like, what are you doing? You'll hear other sound effects. And so far, this doesn't sound like death. I think it's very fitting for this. This needs different music. You're just joking? Well, too bad. You threw me for a self-doubt loop. Start that earlier. Did I make the sound effects? No. The sound effects were done by Logan Hayes. I always forget the command for it. There we go. That does sound weird because that's the only point we'd have two voices there. We could have this go like this. Yep, then I feel like this would need to do this too. And what chord are we outlining here? F minor. This would go up to like here, and this would go to here. We could try to listen to what that sounds like. Hey, Ski Dog. That doesn't work. I don't think it would work here all of a sudden. Okay, let me see something. We could change this then. That reminds me of Star Tropics, but why? Very peaceful. So I gotta go into C dominant 7th, which we could take a detour through. Let's see. Okay, notes. That's enough of messing around. Let's figure out where this is headed. Why does minus not work? Because it's plus. And this is number 2, number 1. There we go. You can't do that. You can't make a tritone in Botland music. Not as pronounced as that, you can't. First time you hear this E, after hearing an E flat right here, it's probably going to strike you. Yeah. Hey, Mars and Marzipan. Yeah, I've been trying for a long time to just figure out what the rest of the notes for this melody should be. And by the time I finish this, so this would be C up until about here. It's 140. A bridge measure. Yeah, this would probably be about 2 minutes long, which is workable. The thing I'm using as my foundation for how long is workable. First of all, if you ever look up the soundtracks for old games, so I'm not going to actually play this on stream, but if I look up A Link to the Past OST, you'll find, let me mute this, you'll find the full soundtrack, and I care about advertising, I care about this stuff. So take a look at this. Opening demo to Time of the Falling Rain is about 3 minutes. Then Falling Rain to Overworld is about 1 minute. Overworld is a minute and a half. I don't know if this is playing where it loops it twice and then moves on, or if these are the full tracks, but you know that it can't be longer than a minute and a half because they wouldn't cut out the music. So these tracks aren't very long, and Zelda is a game that has very good music. So this entire soundtrack was about 44 minutes, and the ending music doesn't really count. You hear that once, so let's just go with this stuff. So yeah, tracks are relatively short. That's one of the pieces of foundation I'm using. The other one is I've played a game called Realm of the Mad God, and I think everyone probably mutes the music for that game. It had a loop that was, if I had to guess, just off the top of my head, it's like 20 or 30 seconds long, which is not a lot. So it gets very repetitive. So I think to have 2 minutes worth of stuff, yes, almost any music played repeatedly is going to get annoying, and that's why variety is amazing, but getting it out of track length I think is very difficult. So we'll try to get it out of track variety, and we just can't do that in time for beta. What does this button do? Slide. What does this button do? That can still be a C. Maybe that whole thing should change to E flat. Out of curiosity, do I have a command for that? I do. Yeah, it doesn't stand for anything. It could work this way, but I feel like I was just trying something out. Yeah, let's switch this to E flat, I think. Which is still gonna have an F in there. This on its own doesn't sound bad. I don't know if it fits in context. Hey, Major Leather Lion. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, EJ, what is your current avatar there? I saw it was some like blue geometrical shapes earlier. It's a cactus now. You mean left triangle? Why don't you call it something like Left Cactus Studios? You know, like right cactus? How they have a right angle in them? It makes perfect sense. We could go from... Okay, so let's see what this chord progression sounds like. It's not bad. Yeah, with voice leading, I think that sounds a little bit better. But I'm debating on whether to go from, what is it? Let me just type it in one place again. So I could do that, or I could do this. It's so hard to click. What is this chord? Sushi? Who got sushi? So there was something that I was playing on my piano earlier that I've been coming up with slowly over the course of just sitting at my piano. And I really like the tune, but it's definitely not been Botland. Let me see if I can play it. Something like that. Yeah, definitely wouldn't fit in Botland. Also, it's not supposed to be played on whatever this instrument is. I wonder if there's a more... Nah, I'm not going to try this out. But... I wonder if there's a way to add text into Fruity Loop Studio. I could just write down what ideas I have. I don't really need to do that because I have a text editor open, but for this particular part, I was thinking, what if I had just stopped here? Hey, Crowport. Hey, Hawkinson. Did you see NodeLib for making music? No, I haven't, Crowport. Do you want to link that in? I can't do that. It's from the sequencer. This is just a MIDI controller. So this doesn't produce any sound on its own. Okay, so let's see. of this. I lost out on the harmony there because I haven't written it. You say it's work upgrading to FL Studio if I'm already comfortable with... I don't know what that program is actually. LMMS. Huh, yeah, I've never heard of this. Free cross-platform tool. Interesting. I'm thinking about it for months, so I haven't made a final decision since it's so much money. So as far as workstations go, I don't think Fruity Loop Studio is so much money. I think it cost me $200, which granted is not cheap, definitely, but it's not like some of the more professional tools out there that could be $500 or $600. With that said, Fruity Loop Studio does have a free version you could try out. So I suggest you just tinker around in that for a couple weeks. If you feel like you're grasping things, awesome. And one of the things I've been doing, and I don't mind sharing this note with you, I was taking some notes since I started this again about a month ago now. I've been using Fruity Loop Studio for a while, but I never wrote notes on it, and now I finally did. So honestly, this is like a page and a half. It's not very much. And I had some very specific things I wanted to write down here. But I think, yeah, watching people use it and watching some YouTube videos maybe, you'll eventually get the hang of it. So it probably won't take you very long. Whether or not it's worth the investment is all how much you value $200. Yeah, sure. Speaker deck. Huh. I have to watch this later. But yeah, thanks for telling me about this Crowport. I don't know how much so here's something I was actually thinking about doing. A lot of music... Oh, Scribbletune is the name of the package. Oh, okay, got it, cool. Yeah, so a lot of music will have something like this maybe, where it's a chord progression, and then maybe they switch to something else. What I was thinking is, what if for Botland I recorded sections like an A, a B, and a C, and then I had A prime, B prime, C prime, and I just kind of interleaved those as it made sense. So A could always follow a C or a C prime. So it didn't have to be the same way every time. But I think it's difficult to make procedurally generated music sound good, and while I'm using very large blocks for sort of the pattern there, it would probably have some unusual aspects to it. You can make patterns very quick. Yeah. I wonder how easy it would be to make something that sounds good, though. Because every once in a while you'll find these little tools online that have a little sequencer, maybe it's only a measure long, and you make something that's kind of neat, but it'd be hard to turn it into a full track. I think think it has to be an F almost no matter what. And we need to just figure out what the harmony is now. So we'll minus our way over there and then change this to VST2, which I don't, it's already checked. So what do we have? Yeah, that wouldn't work. Trying to imagine how this is going to connect back to what it started on. So for one, this doesn't have to be very in depth for me to just have an idea. So for right now, let's just write this here. That sort of works. But one of these would be a B flat. I don't know what. We could change it to something like... That is not playing. I think it's just because of how low it is. We could shift it all up an octave. Hey Blueberry King, how you doing? So what happened to the drums? Music's going okay. I expected there to be a little bit more progress by this point. In terms of length, I've probably added about 40 seconds of music. And in this one, I added a little bit of harmony here. So yeah. So I'm trying to finish this one up now, so I at least have the notes, because that's what I did with the other one. Then polishing it and getting it to sound right is a little bit different. You can pay yourself. Got him. Oh, nice, Blueberry King. I can't even solve a Rubik's Cube. Eventually I need to transition back into the same harmonic structure that I had before. which I only changed for 3 sections of this. Should probably think about that too. What's speed cubing? It's solving a Rubik's Cube very quickly. Kind of like this. I want to write this down. Cannot click these things to save my life. Maybe if I zoomed on just this area. So we changed this back over here. Let's just get one of these that has, what is this note? Where is, there, gotcha. So we'll just take this, just take any of these actually, it doesn't really matter. And we drag this over here. Then we zoom in on this part, change these all to Fs. Where does the music start? So probably much lower. Yeah, perfect. Well, kind of perfect. So here. Yep, so this changes to this. Wait, no, that can't be working. Something like that. Let's try it out. This goes down to A flat. A flat there. Then this goes to B flat. And a couple of extra measures in here, which means I must have messed something up. Or maybe I didn't. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Part of the game is music for. This is for the sort of building sections. So when you're modifying your blue, I'll play it in a second. Hang on a second. Let me see if this sounds good. Can't look back to there. So I need to see what it sounds like going from there to that. Okay, yeah. So here's what we need to do. This is stupid, but we're gonna test this out. So we put this here, put this here, put this here, and we'll hear how it loops at the correct point. And that obviously won't work because of how high up that is. Well, anyway, I'll still show you what I was going to show you. So it'll play in the builder parts. It'll sound like this. And this will be as you're messing around in here. So customizing your bot. And maybe editing your defense as well. Then when you hit the test button and eventually hit this, that music would stop and something else would play. But I don't have that other music yet. Yeah, it's mostly going to be these screens. Same thing with scripts. Just mess around with this stuff. It has the right feel to it. And it's at about 2 minutes. I need to work on that connection point. Hey, Lord Kirkus. I'll just check that out later. So close. I hardly would say I did the whole game. I think the art is a huge component of a game, and I did none of that. Resentment lead. Resentment rallier is EJ. See, the issue is this being an octave up means it doesn't connect to what it's supposed to connect to, and I think the only way to get it to do that would be if I somehow... Yeah, I can't just lower this here. This would sound weird. What did I just do? There we go. Wait, whoops, I moved the wrong measure. I meant to move this. I want the velocity of this to eventually lower. I don't know how to do that. I think you can change it to aftertouch. What? I don't know what this does. Oh great, I just messed that up. Yep. Well, that's aftertouch. No clue. But channel volume I could mess with. There's also no release. How do you do that? I don't know. I don't know how to do this. There's probably a way. We'll just cut it off here. I know that sounds bad. What happened to the... Oh yeah, that's what happened. Okay, cool. Yep, that's that. So it's pretty much this, and we just need it to loop correctly. So it'd be nice if it didn't loop and it really was just 4 minutes of music, but what are you gonna do? So we get rid of these things, and it is almost exactly 2 minutes. How do you stop it there? There we go. Yeah, pretty much 2 minutes. Not bad. What's Botland? Hey, Lele. It is a game that's actually typically online, so I would be able to show it to you. But it's something I've been working on for the last 2 years. You make robots, you can give them scripts, and then they do battle according to their scripts. So when it comes to actually playing the game, you're sort of mostly just sitting back and watching at that point because you've already controlled it ahead of time. And I am trying to make the music of this game. Man, I love those melee bots. That looks incredible. Yeah, so this should be out in about 2 months in beta, although you can play it as of Monday if you want to. Did you go the corporate route or did you go an LLC? I did an LLC. Actually, we're not going to leave this page. Yeah, sounds. You never hear those on stream. So other than that this doesn't loop, and this intro, I could actually extend this to just have ambience here. So listen to this, the first, I guess, 4 of these measures as opposed to the melody part. Whoops, there. I made this very subtle. At least that's my intent. And then that's where the melody starts. And no, sorry, I don't think so. Spotlight is not liable if your computer explodes. Trove. This is going to be the builder music that you have when you're constructing a blueprint. So that's the problem, is that it loops back to too early. I don't know how I'm going to solve that. I could solve it through code. I could split up these 2 tracks so that just this non-looping part is its own track, and this... Oh, wait, no, I don't need to do that. Howler has a time control in it, and I could have each thing know where it needs to loop back to. Yeah. Smart. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I won't do the loop through Fruity Loop Studio. I'll do it through code. And then this should be pretty much fine. So all we need to do here is just some polish and cleanup. The last thing we need to figure out, and this is what's going to be tough. Hey, Capillara. And I know this sounds a little bit maybe darker than you might want it to for Botland, but I don't think it's too bad. I think this, to me, is like builder music. And you'll have like cheery enough sound effects in the game. These little chirps and clicks. There are no jump scares in Botland. That's important. It won't play for this though. Does the lobby get elevator soundtrack? Oh man, that's actually a good idea. I should do my own version of like Botland elevator music. I don't even know what that sounds like. Let's save this, definitely. Let's make a new track. And do we have any more realistic sound fonts? String ensemble. I have no idea. Piano. That's not a piano. How long did it take to develop the game? We're at about 2,800 hours now. Because I've been streaming for 2 years. How are you going to transition from one track to another? Is there only a single track? I'm not sure how I'm going to handle transitions yet. I was thinking like a fade out and a fade in. How much for Frou to do a jump scare? Why is there no sound? I want to change. How do you do this? What? What are we even hearing right now? How did that even just happen? I hit like a couple notes and it was the scariest thing I ever heard like Fruity Loops produce. You guys hear that? Why is it even happening? Oh, there's the convolver here. How did that even get there though? I made a totally new project. That's weird. Hey, Kenso Dev. It's a ghost in your keyboard. Yeah, so I wanted to add a piano. And I bought a set of plugins. What is this stuff? Bought Contact. I just don't think it's usable from here. Yeah, I think what we'd have to do is let's load up this program. I spent a lot of money on Contact, or Complete, or whatever it's called. I don't even know the name of the library. Check out this clip, Adam Streaming Creative. Yeah, I bought this. How much does it cost? Contact, Complete Ultimate, that's what I got. How much money did I waste on that? Because I don't use it. I probably just should use it. Oh my god. 1,200, I didn't spend that much. I'm pretty sure I paid 500 for this. That's probably great. But I don't use it. Yeah, so let's see. There's not enough memory available? What? How could we possibly run into that problem? I'm at 48% memory. Oh, it's going to load anyway? Wow. Okay, so as we can see, the Botland music started as piano music here. I don't care about that stuff. I wanted to just load this up so I could... Why is it still playing in Fruity Loops? How do we get MIDI input to work in Sibelius? I don't know how to do this. Preferences. Input devices. Aha! I did it! Coming through. It was Amy. Yeah, so we gotta come up with something. Hang on a second. Let me cough my brains out. Okay, brains have been coughed out. I want to come up with something that was when bots started battling, but that wasn't like, you know, Final Fantasy level of intensity. Something more... Oh, actually, StarCraft worked pretty well. There's a lot of percussion in those things, though. I could just use something I've already come up with a while ago and adapt that. This is great battle music. You should record a section of gameplay and then while watching it back, play the piano, how you feel it will sound while watching. Yeah, I could... I mean, I could just keep hitting the play button here if I wanted to. One of the things I could do... We should probably do this pretty quickly. Let's try something. So here's what I'll do. Let's hack a bunch of stuff. So update users, set computer level equals 10, where ID equals 2. So we'll go make a bunch of, well, I'll make a couple of bots at least. Lasers, cloaking. I don't need these to make sense. I just need them to exist. There, and then some melee bots. We'll go buy some different pieces here. I watched the antimatter tape video. I just didn't show that on stream. Alright, we're gonna get melee, teleport, armor, which we don't even own. Armor, where are you? There. we'll say teleport if you can. And figure it out for the rest of it. There's our script. We'll create a few of these. And we'll add some chips. So we're going to make a real battle in Botland. And then we're going to watch that as a replay. So let's just get a bunch of different bots here. There are some. Here are some other ones. A blender with artillery. It makes perfect sense. What's that buzzing? Sounds like you're firing a broken alien gun. Are you talking about the equipping a piece? Because remember, you can always change the sounds of Botland. I mean, you can turn them down or something. Lots of melee bugs there. The bing bing. I don't know what you're talking about. You have to take a clip or something. And I am losing, like, fiercely losing. Well, doesn't matter. Still got a replay. So now we can watch a replay. And we can just mute everything. Play sounds off. Watch the replay. There. Okay. Sounds like the evolution music in Pokemon. Yeah, I need to just mess around on piano for a little while longer. Maybe not even on stream. What's annoying about this is that there's some amount of lag in just controlling this. I don't know how to fix that. Needs more EDF. Yeah, I think that might be it for now. I gotta get lunch. And then if I'm gonna do any coding, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming it. I'm also not sure if I'm even gonna do coding. Hey Gundogs. You're just making it to the end of the stream. Well, let's recap everything that kind of happened today. It was all in this program. Close out of this. This says fail. Can we reinitialize this? We can just restart the whole program. It's because Sibelius had it. Yeah. Yeah, so I worked on this a little bit. I didn't get a lot of progress. Still some more percussion. Yeah, I know what you're talking about here. This was originally made on piano, and it definitely sounded a lot better on piano. I'll have to. Anyway, okay, so this was supposed to be the title screen music, and I think part of the reason this sounds as decent as it does, the melody I think is good. I can pat myself on the back for that one. The harmony, as far as chords go, is definitely good. Yeah, this part I don't think is as fitting, and this thing that I was working on just adds a little bit of texture to it. This on its own sounds pretty bad. But when mixed in with the whole piece, you almost can't even hear it. So we just need percussion, which I had messed around with for a bit with this. But I don't want to keep that exactly. Anyway, so I worked on that. And then we went over to this one, and I actually filled out the rest of the notes for this. This is supposed to be the building music, as I talked about before. So we'll just kind of let this play. Again, imagine you're messing around in this dialogue. Oh, thanks, no pointer. I'll have to work on a little bit of this. But this transition was actually pretty good. I like this. This is smooth. And then it would loop back to here. So I think this is very fitting. This is not supposed to detract from what you're thinking about in Botland. There are a lot of times where I'll be playing Hearthstone and I'll have music or Netflix playing and I really need to think about a move that I'm doing. And so what'll happen is I'll mute everything. I'll just press the mute button on my keyboard and I'll think about my turn, and then when I'm done, I'll play things out. So I think in Botland, you're going to be constructing blueprints This is not as involved, I think, as figuring out a turn for a card game. But in general, you're probably going to be thinking here about what's going on and what you want, and maybe you'll be reading through damage numbers and range and whatever else. And if you're making a script, you're almost definitely going to be thinking about stuff. So I think having the music be a little bit out of the way, and then just working on a couple of sections here, I think it'll end up being pretty good. And then, yeah, we have the title screen music, and then we need one more track somehow. I don't know how that's going to happen. But that's it for now. I am going to end the stream. Just wanted to recap what I've done. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll be back online on Monday. It'll probably be a regular 8-hour programming stream, assuming everything goes well. And, yeah, I'm going to go host Savich because he's who I'm going to watch while I eat lunch. So, you guys have a great weekend. And, yeah, I'll catch you on Monday.